Do you still think that you cannot cook delicious food without a stove? You're wrong. Who would have thought that dinner can be cooked while you are driving and cook barbecue in a 3-liter glass jar at any time of the year? In fact, you can cook a full meal wherever you like, behind the glass of a car, under the roof, with an iron, and even on the fire of erupting magma. Or on your balcony. Hello everybody, we have the most unconventional ways of cooking. Gourmets who love barbecue have such a strong imagination that they go to all sorts of tricks to cook delicious meals when the picnic season is closed, despite the fact that they really want to eat tasty meat so that they have no more patience. It turns out that there is a solution to cook traditional barbecue in an unusual way: in a jar. The first and most important step in cooking a great barbecue is to thread marinated meat on skewers, which are then placed in a 3-liter jar and then sent to the oven. Transfer the jars in a cold oven. Preheat the oven to 356 to 392 degrees and cook the meat for 60 to 80 minutes. After turning off the oven, let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. If you get the jars immediately, then there will be an abrupt temperature drop and jars can burst. And here's another unconventional way of cooking meat. Rhett and Link are a duet of comedians who are cooking a steak with the help of a burner, or, as it is also called, a flamber in the next release of their show. They are making an appetizing crust on meat, and then send it to a preheated oven in a 2-stage steak cooking, with the help of a flamber. True Guys decided to skip the second stage and just fry the meat on fire. The steak turned out medium roast and rather dry, but by all means friends will eat this steak with a huge appetite.
This is actually my favorite method, and it's the one we put in Good Mythical More.
The author of the popular The Backyard Scientist YouTube channel does not get tired of cooking in his backyard. Most of the blogger's experiments are somehow connected with liquid aluminum, and this time he decided to see what happens to a mouth-watering piece of meat if you spill molten metal on it. As you can see, beef just slightly changed color under the influence of temperature. In the continuation of the video, the blogger flooded liquid aluminum in a frying pan instead of vegetable oil and decided to continue cooking. Aluminum did not stick to meat, but as a result you couldn't eat this steak. But the experiment turned out to be spectacular. For those who are thrill seekers can cook a dinner prepared directly on the lava of an active volcano. The earth is trembling, the pillars of smoke are bursting out from under it, and the lava is slowly flowing down the rocks of the F volcano located in Iceland. The temperature of the lava is about 338 degrees. This is ideal for cooking, but this does not refer to the frozen lava. Eggs were prepared almost instantly, but it does not work out with bacon. It turned into coals. But James May is the star host of Top Gear. Came to business seriously when he took a frying pan on the crater of the Icelandic volcano with an unpronounceable name. It's a real pleasure to watch how James is cooking a delicious dinner in the heat of a basalt that has not yet cooled down. A sandwich grill cooked with an iron is not so extreme, but vital. A hot sandwich with delicious melted cheese can be made without special cooking equipment. There is enough foil and iron for this. The best temperature is for ironing of woolen clothes. Adjust the desired mode, put the sandwich in foil and warm it up from 2 sides. Bon appetit! The car can be used as an oven under the influence of heat on a hot day. Imagine if you wanted a chocolate chip cookie and you're resting in nature and you do not have an oven nearby. Take advantage of the sunny weather and cook the cookies directly on the dashboard of your car. The salon of the car left in the sun turns into a real oven in which you can bake something easily. The cooking time depends on the temperature inside. Look for the hottest time. A car enthusiast decided to make his own dinner without stopping from the steering wheel of the car. Wrapping food in foil, he placed the bundles on the most heated parts of the machine and started to move. Everything was prepared right while driving. By all means, Jamie and Adam from Mythbusters had to double check it. No sooner said than done. Elegant dinner is ready. The food is perfectly baked under the hot engine. Still, today, when gasoline prices have reached the maximum level for all times, our engine should be able to do more than just transfer us from point A to point B. It also should cook barbecue while you're driving. Grigory Sokolov is a Russian pianist and an avid tourist who knows everything about bonfires and built a stove in the ground where you can cook everything for 15 minutes. This ground brazier is very convenient for baking, hot and cold smoking, cooking barbecue, baking bread, steaming, and also for coil preparation and much more. When you're able to build such a brazier, you will never be hungry. It should be the simplest, most convenient and environmentally friendly device in which you can warm up or even cook food. It's a homemade solar oven. It's made from the simplest materials, and the pizza box can be used as a base. A ready-made solar oven along with the products is placed in direct sunlight. You will have to wait a little longer than it seemed, but it will not be a problem to cook eco-friendly nuggets, cookies, hot sandwiches, or even preheat pizza. A device that uses alternative energy for cooking is a solar parabolic plate. It is a conventional concave mirror that collects rays in its focus. Its peculiarity has the high temperature of heating and, consequently, the speed of cooking. The main thing is to follow the sun always, turning the mirror about once in half an hour. And there is a risk of getting burns to the eyes or hands if you are carelessly handling a very hot device. Barbecue with a taste of metal. Bumpus and Parr is a British art duo in collaboration with Robert Vysotsky, a professor from Syracuse University who implemented a project called Lava Project. They created artificial lava, warming up the mountain liquid metal to a temperature of 2,102 degrees Fahrenheit and frying steaks on it. They spent about 60 hours warming up the lava. The barbecue came out in the style of the Big Bang Theory, and perhaps this is the most brutal cooking of a barbecue. And it does not matter that the first time the steak did not turn out well. After all, meat was even tough, but not raw. It's really hot here. Two courageous friends from the Republic of Vanuatu decided to change slightly the American tradition of frying marshmallows at the bonfire and frying marshmallows right above the mouth of an active volcano. Bradley Ambrose is a volcanologist, and his colleague Simon Turner decided on a similar experiment. Ambrose filmed the video of his colleague frying a marshmallow over the volcano crater. A desperate volcanologist relaxingly sipped beer during the cooking process on the edge of the volcano's mouth, filled with molten rock. According to his words, the delicacy that was cooked was one of the most delicious he had ever tasted. Prepare the scrambled eggs with the help of a supercar. Lamborghini, for example. One of the features of fast machines is that their engines have the property of being very hot. So hot! And this means that in theory they can be used as furnaces for cooking. The host of the Comedy Shorts Gamer YouTube channel decided to actually use the supercar engine for cooking. They took a couple of eggs, a frying pan, and a shovel and warmed up the engine as well, driving a couple of laps around the area. As you can see, scrambled eggs from a Lamborghini came out no worse than it will be cooked on the stove.
That's really good!
And now the classic of Russia is the preparation of a barbecue on the balcony. The main thing here is good and understanding neighbors who will not begin to call 911 because of the abundant smoke clubs and fire safety. And in the last place is the nastiest cooking. Vietnamese fish sauce dipped nuoc nam cham, in turn, is a classic of Vietnamese cuisine. It has received world recognition, and today it can be brought in any country of the world. The finished product is not at all terrible, but the way it is prepared can scare a little. The sauce is prepared from small fish, anchovies. It is sprinkled abundantly with salt and sent to fester in the sun. After the fermentation has ended, the fixed mixture is piled in barrels and insisted for several months, and then filtered and served to the table. People claim rumors that if you pass near the place of production of Nuoc Nam, then this moment will never be forgotten in your life. There is so much vile and evolving smell. We have to finish, my dear. Thanks for watching.